Here's another question for you. Now have a good think, because we all like a hot drink, particularly coffee, don't we? In fact, coffee is just booming in London at the moment. But how many disposable cups do you think you've sipped from today? Did you put them in the green bin? Are you sure they're going to end up being recycled? Well, the answer is probably not many, and that's why a coffee cup recycling scheme is being launched in the capital from April. And the environmental charity Hubbub is leading the scheme, and its co-founder, Gavin Ellis, is here to explain more. And we haven't made you a coffee. I'm so
That's fine. I've got water.
It's BBC cutbacks. I'm really sorry. So are you saying that those plastic cups that we drink any drink from, not just coffee, and that we put into a green recycling bin don't always end up being recycled?
Exactly, yeah. So it's estimated that less than 1% of them will be recycled.
Sorry, less than 1%?
Less than 1%, even if you put them in the mixed recycling bin. So the issue that's come to light is that they're made of paper, but to make them waterproof, they have a plastic lining inside. And it's that combination of the paper and the plastic and the difficulty of separating them, which isn't impossible. And you can do it if you have a separate waste stream. But if you put them in the normal mixed recycling along with other plastic, paper, newspapers, whatever it might be, then that's unlikely. Not that it won't definitely be recycled, but it's unlikely to be recycled. So what we're trying to do...
And do they become contaminated as well? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Because they're wet or damp or they've got lipstick on them? Or...
Often, well, not so much lipstick, but certainly if you've got half a cup of coffee in there, then that will contaminate the rest of the recycling in there.
People are going to be really upset about that because, we're not that bad at recycling here in London, are we? We're getting there.
Yeah, I think this is what we're trying to do with the scheme is, we really strongly believe most people do want to do the right thing. They want to recycle their coffee cup. They want to dispose of it responsibly, and probably think that they are doing that at the moment. So we're setting up this scheme. As you said, it launches in April. It's called the Square Mile Challenge. We're starting with the Square Mile. We've actually piloted it already in Manchester on a smaller scale. Now we're bringing it to the Square Mile in April. The aim is that we'll recycle 500,000 cups in April, and 5 million by the end of the year in the Square Mile. What happens is we'll separate out the cups into a separate waste stream, and then they can be recycled. There's a couple of mills around the country that can deal with them in a couple of different sort of processes. So
how do you do that then? What do commuters and people drinking coffee know what to do? How does that work?
So the way it will look in the City of London is, first of all, we're trying to get as many businesses to sign up to it, because actually if you think about the way that most people get their coffee, perhaps it's when they come out of the tube station or the train station and it ends up at work.
No, I'm on a gin by then. Particularly this morning.
Yeah. So
it goes into the work bin.
Collect them where they're actually being thrown away, which is often at work. So we're trying to get as many businesses within the City of London to sign up so that they've got the facilities at work to collect them. We'll also have a number of large coffee cup shaped bins around the City of London, so to make it really obvious that's what they're for. We've trialled these in Manchester already, and then we'll have them at transport hubs as well, because again that's where a lot of the cups are bought and disposed.
So basically it's about getting your cup in one of your bins to be absolutely sure it is going to be recycled and not just put in a landfill.
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay, I mean, just to play devil's advocate, wouldn't it be easier, probably even cheaper in some ways, to encourage people to buy those thermal cups?
Yeah, the reusable cups.
The reusable cups, which I know, in fact, the producer of this programme, hers was thrown out because some of them look like paper cups. She was a bit upset about that. She keeps mentioning it. But, isn't that a better way? So you just keep using your cup?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the ultimate preference. If you can reduce the number of disposable cups you use in the first place, that's far preferable. What a lot of the evidence shows that the UK consumers aren't actually that willing to do it. So a lot of the big retailers have given actually quite considerable discounts if you bring in a reusable cup, and it did make an increase in the number of people using them, but actually not that much, not as much as you would think. Now, I think this is part of the discussion. We want to try and find some interesting ways to promote that behaviour as well. But you can't get away from the fact that the vast majority of the UK public at the moment use disposable ones and they're not being recycled. So we need to quite urgently introduce some facilities to recycle what's there.
Also, I don't know if you know the answer to this. I'm not too sure. Can you go into one of the major coffee outlets and insist to put the coffee in your cup and not theirs? You can do that.
Yeah,
they will do that for you.
Yeah,
So they'll take the cup off you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I might buy one. Gavin, many thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
I wish you all the success because, we are an environmental loving bunch in London. And I think a lot of people will be really upset to think that, they go to the trouble of finding a green bin. I've got like that now. I don't know about you, but I will carry that cup for hours until I find a recycling bin. I've got to
You'll
find
be
the
walking
right
around the
bin.
city of London looking for a giant coffee cup.
I do. Sometimes I have a cup in my hand for hours. So we wish you every luck with that. Many thanks.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Gavin.
Cheers.